Joining us now on the line, Pippa Jackson, founder and executive director of the Animal Rescue Fund of Mississippi. Pippa, thanks for coming on.
Thank you for having me.
All right, so tell us what's going on with the animal shelter. Well, first, tell our folks exactly what the Animal Rescue Fund, what services it provides.
We are the largest no-kill animal shelter in Mississippi.
Gotcha. And you're located in the city of Jackson, correct?
We are in the city of Jackson on West May Street across from Old South Brick. We rescue, rehabilitate, get healthy dogs and cats that are found homeless, struggling, abused, neglected, all the above. Animals in Mississippi that need our help, and we get them healthy, we get them ready for family. And I just adopted one to David Blunt that you're just talking about on the radio
wow.
show.
Very cool.
Yeah.
Great. So what we understand that you are experiencing some, I guess, greater than normal challenges as a result of the water situation in Jackson. Tell us about that.
Well, yes, we are. We trusted that the water, we aren't able to boil water for 300 animals every day. And so we continued working along with the situation as best we could with feeding and watering and cleaning the animals. And then when the city water system failed completely, we found out about it when everybody else did. We started noticing some of our animals were having some intestinal distress, and it's probably from the water. The vets are sending off samples to labs to find out. And the animals weren't drinking the water and weren't eating, and so then we got in. Then we had no water, and Yates Construction Company sent us in a tanker truck, and the mayor of Pearl has offered to fill it for us when we need refills. But we got a 40,000 square foot building with animals in it, and a tanker truck with a hose to use to clean, to wash dishes, to fill water buckets, to mop floors. All the cleaning type things you need to do come from one hose in a tanker truck.
Wow.
We're very, very grateful for the support. We also have a lot of the people in the community bringing us bottled water for our employees and volunteers, and gallon jugs of water, which helps some as well. So the community has been a huge support, and Yates Construction sending us a tanker truck, and the City of Pearl offering to refill it for us has been wonderful. But it's, on top of everything else, it's just difficult and makes it a little bit harder. We had to spend copious amounts of time standing at the hose, filling the jugs of water, take back into the building to the various areas to feed and water the dogs and cats.
What about the number of animals coming into the shelter, Pippa? Has that increased as a result of the water situation? For example, are there residents that have pets and just get to a threshold, a breaking point, say, I'm just trying to keep the humans with water going. I can't take on the burden of a pet, and they come to you?
4 phone calls this morning. And we're struggling to find ways to help them. We're offering, instead of surrendering their animals, can we provide you water and cleaning supplies? What can we do to help you keep your pet? We're also having animals coming in due to the flooding. And so we've had about 10 animals brought to us that were just left in crates in the middle of the street in flood zones with water in their crates. So that, on top of the other, is an added issue. But yes, we have had 4 phone calls. We are scrambling to find ways to help these people because, being a no-kill shelter, we are full all the time.
Yeah.
And when others come in, we just have to figure out a way to make it work. We're very creative on finding ways. We had a dog chained to our gate in the middle of the night yesterday, so
wow. It's
always something.
Well, we have a lot of folks that are tuning in to the program. What do you need? How can they help?
We need volunteers, always. Even when there's not a crisis, we're always gleefully accept volunteers. We're looking at ways looking for grant money or looking ways to raise funds to pay our extra vet bills for the animals that have intestinal issues from what we are pretty sure, and the vets are pretty sure, is water issues.
Yeah.
And we're also having to spend a lot more time at the building taking care of the animals, and so our payroll's going up. This whole week we've been up there till 7:30, 8 o'clock at night, when normally we leave at 5. We're getting there earlier and working straight through the day without taking a break. And so my payroll is going up. And so we're looking at ways to raise more money. So if anybody needs a tax-deductible donation, they could go to our website, arfms.org, to make a donation to help us cover these extra added expenses that were not already in our budget.
Yeah, so say your website again, Pippa.
arfms.org. Stands for Animal Rescue Fund Mississippi.
Yeah.
.org.
Gotcha. You're the founder of Animal Rescue Fund of Mississippi. How long has it been around, and what inspired you to start the organization?
We were founded under the ashes of Hurricane Katrina. I had been working down at the hurricane shelter when the hurricane hit. There were all the animals that had come up from the coast, and I worked there every day while they were there. And when it came time to shut them, during that process, I had filled out my nonprofit status paperwork with the help of my CPA. And when it came time to shut down the shelter, we had gotten our approval, and the State Board of Health knew that I'd been there every day, and the national organization that had been down there running the animal shelter at the fairgrounds recommended us, and so that's where we started. And then we continued to go back and forth to the coast and pull dogs and cats from the coast as their time came up for them to get out of their towns so they could get more off the streets. When they shut down the hurricane shelter, there were 35 dogs and 2 birds that had come from the Waveland, Mississippi pound, which we all know that's actually where the hurricane hit. It didn't hit in Waveland and not in New Orleans. Mm-hmm. And so we took in those 35 dogs and 2 birds, and that was our start.
Wow. Incredible story. So I just want to tell the folks tuning in, I just made a donation while we're sitting here on the show, and I encourage all those listening and all my friends and friends of the show, fans of the show, to think about it as well, to help. It's heartbreaking, and I've heard some stories about folks in the Jackson area, again, that are extremely stressed out and under duress as a result of the water situation into their residences. They have pets, and they just get to that breaking point, and they bring them to you guys, and that's sad unto itself.
Yes, and if there are people listening that are experiencing this duress and stress, and they need some support, if we are not able to take them in, we can find ways to be creative to help them through this issue, this crisis.
Yeah, absolutely. How many workers do you have, Pippa?
I have inmate labor from the CWC program through the Mississippi Department of Corrections. I have, and that varies. It comes and goes on the number there. And then I have 5 paid employees plus the CWC workers. So we're about 15 people that are in the building taking care of the animals, including volunteers and paid employees.
Okay.
I'm a volunteer. I don't get paid.
I understand. And so the building you said is 40,000 square feet?
Yes.
Wow. I'm familiar with the area. May Street, by Old South Brick. Used to be
right
where,
across the street.
Yeah, old Cowboy Maloney store over there.
They're right. That building, the original Cowboy Maloney, is the building behind us.
Okay, yeah. Know the area quite well. Not far from Meadowbrook Mart over there.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah.
That new development.
Yeah. Wow. Well, it sounds like you're a blessing, your organization is, and you're doing great work. But you, as is everyone in Jackson, is under, like I said, additional duress as a result of the water problems, and it's exacerbated an already existing problem that you guys deal with, which are the pets that don't have a home or neglected, etc.
It's hard on a good day, but this week has been exceptionally hard.
Yeah, totally understand. And, well, hopefully we get the water situation corrected as soon as possible. But more importantly, sounds like you need some help right now to deal with the additional workload. And you need money. You can donate. It is tax deductible. It's a qualified 501c3 nonprofit organization, and you need volunteers and help. That's the message.
We all. I'm sorry. Excuse my dog in the background. We all have issues that are near and dear to our heart, and there are a lot of needs out there in the world. But this one's my passion, and this is my heart, and we're making a big difference with the homeless animals in our community.
Appreciate what you do. Appreciate you coming on, Pippa, and folks, help them out. They need some help. Don't forget about these pets. They didn't deserve this. They didn't ask for it. Thanks a lot, Pippa, for coming on. Appreciate you sharing your story. Thank you. We'll be right back on Middays.